Welcome to this Violent Night breakdown, review, and ending explained. It's the season for hostage taking, murdering, and eating biscuits. After seeing such a batshit idea, I had to check out this latest movie with David Harbour as the jolly old Saint Nick, and I wasn't expecting a sort of Viking origin for Kris Kringle, but here we are. I loved every single minute of this movie. And, well, this is like a sort of Santa version of John Wick, Home Alone and Die Hard, which is a Christmas movie. So settle down with some brandy and cookies and let's break down this violent night. So let's start off with Santa's backstory. We learn in flashbacks that Santa used to be a Viking. He was a brutal, violent and almost evil killer, raider and plunderer. If I had to guess, he might have been a berserker or something, as he had his hammer Skull Crusher, which would kill mercilessly, but he would later get a new hammer. However, it's not exactly explained how he went from a brutal Viking to jolly old Saint Nick with elves, reindeers and Mrs. Claus. While the whole myth of Santa is a sort of merge of beliefs of kind of the saint of children, a Father Christmas, and the Dutch Sinterklaas, and many more, I imagine this Santa might have come from pagan magic or a curse pre-Christianization of Norway, possibly, considering the movie are all focused on Santa's naughty or nice list. He might have been that brutal Viking attacking the wrong village and cursed to give presents to kids for all time or until his death. This movie also solves some major problems with many movies around Santa. While parents clearly kind of give presents to their kid as they don't believe, do they not wonder where the other presents are coming from? Santa only visits children who truly need him. Now, Trudy's mega rich, so she doesn't particularly need the visit, but, well, why did he visit her in the first place? Well, yeah, maybe due to her parents separating, she needed him, especially as her dad forgot to take her to the mall. We saw him visit an alcoholic parent earlier and give a kid a present. These parents may not even notice where the presents have come from, but he only turns up to kids who are truly in need. However, this Santa, after 1100 years or so, is jaded and had enough of the commercialization of his good deeds. His Christmas magic is gone, as he explains in a bar in Bristol, England. But over the course of the movie, Stella gets her groove back and discovers the magic of Christmas once again. Now, others also not only discover that Santa is real, but rediscover that Christmas is about family and being good and nice all year round. Santa is on his last few visits as he gets caught up in the Lightstone family drama. They're a family whose company appears to have made millions off profiteering in war, oil and other nasty little businesses. Jason is the favourite of Gertrude's children, but his job in the family business has torn his family apart and he is separated from his wife, which has taken its toll on his daughter. The company might also deal in mercenaries due to their kill squad mentioned as well, and they might be a sort of fictional version of the Blackwater mercenaries that were heavily involved in the Iraq and Afghanistan war. However, he has had the idea to steal a secret stash of $300 million that Gertrude stole. This money was supposed to be given to them by the government to grease the wheels in the Middle East and keep the oil flowing and things like that. The big twist was that, well, the good son Jason wanted to steal the cash and run away with his family and never come back. I mean, it was very obviously Jason was up to something, and I expected that he was involved with the robbers until his fingers were broken. However, in an unfortunate coincidence, Mr. Scrooge came to the Lightstone compound to steal the money, as he had inside knowledge that there was 300 million of dark money ripe for the taking. The family all convened for Christmas, as it's clear the catering staff are up to no good in their barely disguised contempt, but hey, these are D-bag rich people. It's not long before things hit the fan as Mr. Scrooge arrives and kills poor Al. He's essentially the Hans Gruber, and the kidnapping, hostage taking and safecracking is pretty much identical to the events of what happened in Nakatomi Plaza, complete with separated, estranged couple who have kids. Each of the family are rounded up and the guards and staff are murdered in a brutal takeover of the compound. Now, He demands to know just how to get in the safe, just like Hans Gruber did, and the family are terrorised. We'd find out later why he hates Christmas so much. His dad got laid off and they didn't have any presents. This might be why he went on to mention how the family live it up while their workers are paid a pittance, which, yeah, that's sadly how it is. He broke into his neighbour's house and wanted to steal their presents, but he scared one of the elder members of the family, who then fell down the stairs and had a heart attack, ruining his life and Christmas forever, as he was implicated in manslaughter. However, luckily, Trudy was given a walkie-talkie to cheer her up and pretend she has a line to Santa. Now, after Santa kills two of the henchmen, I think the kills in this are next level in my opinion. He manages to get one of their walkie-talkies and stumbles upon Trudy's frequency, making it seem like a divine miracle to her, very similar to how John McClane manages to have a direct line to the police in Die Hard. Using this, he works out she's on the nice list, and he then realises the robbers are on the naughty list. The robbers get more and more desperate as time goes on and try to put the screws on by hurting Jason and then trying to threaten Trudy, but she managed to escape after her father convinces her that Santa isn't real to try and get her to save herself. All the while, the robbers are looking for Santa after seeing him on CCTV. She runs into the attic and starts to make booby traps, which is akin to Home Alone again. Meanwhile, Santa is captured and Mr. Scrooge tells his sob story. And Santa apologises, saying he can't interfere in people's lives, and I'll just bring the presents, man. Now, just like Home Alone, two of the mercs are hurt by the traps, and the kill squad that arrived to save Gertrude arrive. But it turns out that they were in on the whole thing. The kill squad and Scrooge find that the money is gone, and Santa's gone about taking out each one of them brutally. I have to say, David Harbour is super, super brilliant in this role. He brings not only the action, but he also brings this sentimental heart. He's really good. Mr. Scrooge then learns that Jason stole it and it's hidden in a nativity scene, and despite being told where it is, he orders them all to be killed, but Santa saves the day. We get a showdown between Scrooge and Santa, as Santa finally got his magic back and drags him up the chimney it turned my stomach after I had a burger before seeing this movie, and Gertrude kills the commander. But sadly, Santa dies. But he's saved by Christmas magic as everyone believes and he comes back to life. While we don't see what happens to the family after, I'd imagine that Gertrude might forgive Jason, as she was impressed that he took the initiative to take what he wants, as she had to do it with her father back in the day. Now, Santa is free to go off and go to the North Pole and work with his elves to create Christmas for the next year. Christmas is back. We see a neat little post-credit scene where we see Bertrude actually live streaming again, as he did earlier in the movie, and he's just next to Commander Thorpe's dead body. A nice little end tag there for you. But the Christmas magic is back for all of these people who stopped believing, including Santa himself, proving that you just need to believe. Family is key, and being nice is very important. I'd like to hope that all the family have a happy ending, and I have to say this movie was a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting a lot going into this. I expected some cheesiness, but what I got was a new Christmas classic. Welcome to the club of Home Alone, Nightmare Before Christmas, Gremlins, and Die Hard. But let me know what you think down below. I'll see you soon, and goodbye.